Right as I sat down, the lights flickered. So we'll see. What's up, Rolf? We are doing well, thank you. Am I happy with the new monitor I bought? I mean, yeah, there's still some dialing in. I'm still having some eye strain stuff, which I gotta figure out, but it's not nearly as bad as it was before. My wife tells me it's probably because I'm spending too much time on my phone at night as well, which is probably true. Doing like my TikTok and Instagram. That's probably contributing to it. But yes, this is helping immensely. But there's a ton of configurations in it, and I have to figure all those out. But so far, so good. Excuse me. Went to the park, did some exercises, came back, had a delicious breakfast, cut a video, shipped a short to YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Did you guys see all the preview footage for the upcoming Star Trek Academy show? Starfleet Academy show? It looks awesome. Paul Giamatti playing a bad guy. Cannot wait. Okay, I gotta figure out what I was working on here. We gotta go to the back alley, which I think is right around the corner here. How do I get there, though? What's up, Debrum?
Don't think you're gonna talk your way out of this one, Wolf. This is our territory, and your little army of beggar children has to pay its due.
Us kids are just sticking together, trying to make a living. But we don't bow to no one.
You're going to work for us now, boy.
Oh, really? Okay.
Please, Da, don't beat me. I promise I won't drop the basket again.
What?
I try my best, honest I do. Just don't beat me like Emma. She can barely walk on that leg now.
Look at the poor boy. Someone ought to...
It's not like that at all. This boy is well, he's a thief.
Poor Emma could barely walk. The priest at Chantea says she'll always have a limp.
It's so sad. She loved to run, but she broke a pot. And you don't do that in our household. No, sir.
It's really not like that at all. He's playing you all for fools.
I'm not going to stand by and watch you hurt this child. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
We'll talk again, Wolf. This isn't over.
Oh,
That's right.
Awesome.
You run. Are you all right, lad?
I'll be fine thanks to you, kind strangers. Especially you.
That's right, kid. Let's talk.
I hear you.
Lead the way. We'll try to stick in the back in case any trouble comes up. Get everything ready. We're moving out. All right. Are we moving or are we going into... I think we go into this zone. Huh. Oh, I tease about the waifu stuff. Dribom, it's too easy of a target, man. There are way too many guys who live in their basements who fap to that stuff, and I will always make fun of it. It's funny. I haven't seen the full episode, no, but I've seen all the clips that are on social media right now, and it looks hilarious. It's awesome. I know Thaner, right? Why are you playing this game that I don't want you to play? Alright, now are they gonna follow me, or do I have to click the cart? Ah, magic missiles! Holy shit!
Take that!
Maybe I shouldn't send my rogue running in like that next time. Just gonna sit back and let them do it. See what happens. See if we survive.
That's it for me.
Let's see if we survive. If even one survives, we'll be fine. That was a little tougher than I thought it was going to be. Everybody died. That, my friends, is Dungeons and Dragons. What's up, Blueface? Alright, well, knowing what I know now, I probably don't need to go charging in, and I need to probably pull them back a bit. In Dungeons & Dragons 3.5, Bards and Warlocks can wear light armor without fear of suffering arcane spell failure penalty. It's a chain shirt free-for-all. Interesting. But one of my favorite parts of that clip is the whole, "Why is it so small?" Because that's how it looked in the picture, sir. You're fired. I'm gonna sue you. I just love how he wants to sue everybody. Without naming names. I can't say who I'm talking about because that would be breaking the rules of my channel and getting political. But yes, the new South Park episode looks hilarious. Every clip I've seen. And the funniest part about it is, like, the people who are like South Park's been around, oh, God, I can't even remember when it started. It started when I was a teenager. Like,
Don't think you're gonna talk.
Oh, I just did this. Hold up, I gotta get past this.
Please.
What?
I try my...
Look at the poor.
It's not like that at all.
It's so... But she...
It's...
I'm not.
We'll talk.
That's right.
I'll be...
Anyway, like, I think I can remember South Park back in, like, 1995, 1994, something like that. They have been making fun of everybody and everything since the beginning of that show's inception. And I love how the moment they make fun of, like, the day after, like, there was a strong response from the government that, like, South Park hasn't been relevant and blah, 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 stupid jokes, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, dude, the show has never been more relevant. The fact that it just got renewed for a 5-year contract for $1.5 billion shows that that's just not true. It shows that it is still very much relevant and still very much pulling in all of the right numbers. August 13th, 1997 was the first episode. Okay. Yeah, that's almost 20. Dude, that's almost 30 years ago, dude. No, 15, 20, 30. Yeah, that's almost 30 years ago. Like I was 17 when that came out. I'm 45 now, so in 2 more years it'll be on the air for 30 years. I don't think it's beat The Simpsons yet, but it's up there with like The Simpsons as like one of the longest running TV shows of all time. Alright, I'm going to switch this up a little bit.
Yes.
And we're going to start with her. Because we're going to fireball. And a notoriously small PP mithril, don't forget.
Your taint shall be cleansed.
Your taint shall be cleansed? Dude, don't be talking about my taint. Do I not have Fireball? I thought I had Fireball. Oh, there it is. Does this hit friendly targets as well?
Imitation.
Take that! Take that!
Ow.
Take that!
Alright, hold up. You guys are fucking around with me now. No, I said use that scroll. Alright, I gotta reload again. It's not, for some reason, it's not doing what I want it to do. Like, she kept just, like, trying to run instead of just cast, but then falling down, because I'm assuming that was like a grease spell or something. Alright, here's what I want to do.
Yes.
Let me go into top view. Pull the camera out. There we go. Now let's run forward. Trigger everybody. Okay, we haven't triggered anybody yet. God, I wish this had better POV, because holy shit, I can't see. Alright, stop. Follow me.
Stay close and step where I step.
No, come on. Back. Alright.
Now, strike swiftly.
Alright, that's grease or something. Ah, get the fuck out of that. Okay. Heal myself. Oh wait, I can't heal with this character.
Of course.
well, let's get an ice storm over here, so they have to come through an ice storm.
Bonaparte.
Hang on, are they not attacking?
Now! Strike swiftly!
Dio no.
Take that!
Spell fail.
Take that! That's all you got? Take that! Take that!
Yeah, hang on, I gotta get out of this. These guys are just standing here, and I'm kind of getting pissed off by it. It's like, what good are you guys? You're not helping at all. They're just standing there, like, it'd be great if they helped.
Take that!
Alright, well, we survived the first wave anyway. Everybody get up. Save.
Let me lead the way. You follow behind.
I'll let you pick stuff up because it might be magical stuff that you can identify. Any more bad guys?
In my station. Sorry. Dio no. Eleme Bahrain. Navitus.
Now, where is my rogue when I need him to do things? Oh, he's back here using a bow.
Eleme Bahrain.
So, yeah, having to do a little bit more manual controlling than I would like to, but we're surviving. It's Smutty Saturday? Who says it's Smutty Saturday? Is that even a thing? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Let's see here. Alright, there's more guys up ahead. Let's switch back to her.
Let me lead the way. You
And-
follow behind.
Honestly, can I just start with a fireball? I wish it wouldn't reset the camera. Come on, let me nuke him. The problem is they're gonna see her by the time she gets close enough to cast. I wonder if there's this feat I can take that like lets me. Oh, those are probably not even bad guys, and I just wasted a fireball. Oh no, it's the City Watch. Hold up. We're probably gonna have to manually fight those. It didn't actually do them any damage. This sucks. Oh, the cart has moved up. Okay. You cannot rest while there are enemies nearby. There are no enemies nearby. In any case, I'm starting to feel like I should control the mage and not my rogue. I don't know. Let's go
Stay
back to my dude
close
and see what
and
happens.
step where I step.
What have we here? Strange rat, you lot are taking with that overloaded wagon. These could be the smugglers we were warned about, Sergeant.
Smugglers? Where?
Funny, I had Nasher just as his court jester, and here you are. Take a look under the covering, men. I'm sure these honest merchants will understand the routine search is just one of our many duties.
Oh, that won't be necessary, I assure you. Our cargo is legitimate.
Then I'll ask you to pardon my rudeness after we're done. Men, search the wagons. Take a look at this, Sergeant. Weapons, enough to arm half the docks. It's our lucky night. Captain Berlena's gonna be happy to hear what we found.
Diplomacy. Is it really worth all this trouble? I'm sure we can come to some kind of an arrangement.
You disgust me. These are honest men here, more than you think. You believe I've so little honor that I would ignore my duty over a few coins? It's time to show Moya that the city watch will be pushed around. Arrest them! They put up a fight.
Sleep spell for the win. What's that? City watch? Not a problem. You know, this music reminds me a little bit of the music they have in Star Trek Online. I better go take care of these guys.
That's all you got? Take that!
And all within it.
Take that! Take that!
A little bit of lightning, a little bit of thunder. That's how it's done.
All right.
But I swear this music sounds a lot like some of the combat music they do in Star Trek Online. Just this particular music.
Yeah?
Alright, get up though, Kelgar. Do what you're gonna do.
Take that! Take that! Take that!
Nova. survive on rain.
That's it for
don't know.
me.
You'll be fine, Kelgar. That's what you're there for, to be the meat shield. Shake it off, Mr. Dwarf. I do wish the healers would do a better job of healing. Like, I feel like the AI is not working, like, 75% of the time. It's not doing anything. It's like, you're supposed to heal, you're supposed to cast, you're supposed to do all these things, and it's like, nope. Gamers Lyric question says, do you need to know how to play D&D to understand this game? No. Because here's the thing. Just like with like Baldur's Gate or any of the other games, you can go into the game options and turn it into, where's it at? Gameplay. You can put it on easy mode, which pretty much turns off all of the complex mechanics so that you can just focus on the story. So if you've never played D&D before, no, you don't need to worry about it. Same thing with like the original Baldur's Gate games, the Icewind Dale games, any of the Neverwinter Nights games, Baldur's Gate 3 even. You don't, like, you can put it in story mode and you can ignore all the mechanics. Now, if you're going to play on normal mode or higher, you do have to pay attention because like you'll look over on the right hand side here, there's a lot of things. I would not play this as an introduction to D&D, SA gamers. Have you played Baldur's Gate 3 yet? If you have not played Baldur's Gate 3, I would highly urge you to just go play that. If you have never played a Dungeons and Dragons game, start with Baldur's Gate 3 or Celasta Crown of the Magister, because both of those use 5th edition rules. Baldur's Gate is an official Dungeons and Dragons property, so it's set in the Forgotten Realms. Celasta is its own world that just uses the same rule set. Oh, you have it, but you haven't played it yet? Go do Baldur's Gate 3. There's no question there. Go do Baldur's Gate 3. There is no reason to come play a 25-year-old, 20-year-old enhanced edition game. This is just nostalgia for those of us who played this before, really, honestly. Like, there is literally no reason to play this because, first and foremost, this is using 3.5 edition rules, which are 20 years ago. Baldur's Gate 3 uses 5th edition rules, which are the current rules for Dungeons & Dragons. Baldur's Gate 3 has a massive budget. It has way more voice acting, motion capture. It's a modern game. Yeah, go play Baldur's Gate 3. 100%. And then if you like Baldur's Gate 3, you can take a step back in time and play games like this and be like, oh, okay, I get it. I understand the rules now. Oh, I see. This is what they used to do. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 is fantastic. You're going to get 150 hours of gameplay out of it. It's a phenomenal game. You can play it co-op. You can play it multiplayer. You can play it cross-play. It's on every platform. Go play Baldur's Gate 3. No question in my mind. Yeah, for sure. That looks like a really nasty fight up ahead.
Great. It looks like there's always just enough lazy watchmen at the docks to get in our way. What now?
Those guards are just doing their duty. I don't want to hurt them.
Well, I say let them do their duty somewhere else. Which isn't a bad idea now that I think about it. I could just set fire to something a few blocks over. Let them run off and deal with it. They don't look too bright. And I did it plenty of times at the academy when I needed to distract the house guards.
Do it.
All right. Keep your heads down and wait for the smoke. Fire! Fire! Everyone, run for your lives!
Wouldn't you know it? Never a quiet night on the docks. All right, men, move to it before the whole district goes up in flames.
That should do it. Not as fun as torching the Academy stables, but they'll likely have that fire under control pretty soon. They're split up for now, but we'll need to act fast.
Next time, burn as much as you like.
It just feels good to let loose, you know? Come on, let's see what else we can burn.
Fire, fire. Burn, burn. Fire, fire.
Alright. Which way are we going? Get the mage. Get the mage.
Take that! Take that!
Stay close and step where I step.
By the way, where's my wagon?
Now, strike swiftly.
Hopefully I don't have to like go back and get my wagon. I don't know where it's at. No, no. I wanted to get the mage. Oh no! No, 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 no! The guard are going back. Get your butt back.
Stay
here,
close and step where I step.
You should not attack.
Now, strike swiftly.
No, no. Lady Bard, get your patootie back here. I don't know where you think you're going. Are these not thugs?
Perhaps so.
Yeah. We'll just get shipping from you now. Stand aside.
Take that!
Jesus, that's a lot.
Take
Why can't I use it? Am I knocked down? Oh, she finally healed me. That's a first.
We won't both walk away from this.
Is there something you need?
No.
I have little use for titles or names.
I still don't know where my wagon is. Oh, there it is. It's right behind me. I did not need to pick this up. Like, where's my wagon? Right there. Alright. We should quick save. Ah, nothing we couldn't handle. Alright, let's go. Your game backlog is real and really bad, says Singing Gamers New York. That happens to the best of us at times. Best of us. Alright, we're distributing the weapons as soon as possible. Good work getting the shipment here. This gold should pay for your efforts. Try not to spend it at once. Sounds like a door is getting bashed in with a foot. Don't let tavern doors in my day, and such a comforting sound it is. What in the nine hells is going on here? The men better not be dipping into the kegs. Oh wait, it's a raid! Someone tipped off the watch! And Cora's like, great, after all this, we're still getting arrested? Okay, we've split the shipment into 4 loads. You'll need to protect them all. I'll stay here and make sure our ledgers don't fall to the hounds.
Oh, glory!
For the glory of Am!
Take that! Oh, glory! Take that! Take that! Take that!
Alright, what I don't know is if there's a time limit on these, so let's do a manual save. Jesus, it's a lot of dudes! Oh my god! Okay, can you cast another
Alright,
spell, my
I can do
dear?
that.
Do it! No! Oh my god, the frame's completely tanked on. Oh yeah, we're toast. Yeah, we're all dead. We're all dead. Oh my goodness. Alright. Well, that did not go as planned, and there are a lot of dudes around that corner, so maybe
What's
we
going
lead
on?
with her. Too bad I don't have like a what is that spell? Stone Skin would be great right about now. Nope, everybody back. My stupid dude's gonna run right into it. Let's cast a sleep spell right here.
Lives to waste!
Fireball coming in. Cast it, girl. Alright, let's switch
Enemies
to
are
her.
near.
That's all you got?
Keep. I'll have you dead. Take that. Take that.
Did we survive?
Let's take that.
Other than Kara. Oh, I guess I can't cast a spell on somebody who's fallen. Alright.
Perhaps so.
Perhaps. Alright. Technically we survived.
What's going on?
Well, first off,
Perhaps so.
he got a bag that is unidentified. So let's give that to Kara.
Let me lead the way. You follow behind.
Magic bag. Bag of holding. Oh no, I did not mean to loot all of those things. Oh no! What a pain in the ass! Alright. That's crazy, because I could have sworn when I looted the chest earlier, it had a bunch of, like, spells, and that time it only had daggers in it. Boo.
Glory! Take that!
Time for a little. Take that! Take that! Take that! Let's take that!
I guess you can't cast a spell like in 5th edition.
Take that!
Mice.
Take that!
Definitely feeling the pressure of multiple encounters here. So... I mean, we're getting lots of loot out of these. I need to basically pay attention and loot all of these as we go along.
Take that!
Man down!
Ready to die?
Take that! Take that! Take that!
Oh, they're not done yet.
Take that!
Oh, I should...
I have to lighten
God
this load.
damn it, I need to stop doing that. I get all like, loot all, because I think it's going to be things that it's like gems and stuff, and then I get a chest that's like a bunch of random shit. Now I have to do this one at a time. This is really annoying. That's what I get for like impulse clicking.
I have to lighten this load.
Yeah, your load is lightened, brah. You have successfully defended 2 of the 4 key weapon stockpiles. There are 2 remaining. Alright, stop looting all the things. Oh, is this the way out? I need to turn back around. That's a door. Let's see here.
Time for a new hat! You dead!
This is how I would love all the encounters here. Let the dwarf take his time. Let the mages and the druids and different other things. AoE. Let's see if we survive beyond. Which we're not. So now it's down to me.
Watch my back.
What spells does she have left that she
Well,
can cast?
well. Looks like we have some new targets.
In the station. Eleme Vakrain.
Hit him with fire. Hit him with fire again.
Eleme Vakrain.
Damn your eyes.
Oh my god, are there literally more? I'm out of fireballs. Use the electrical loop.
Eleme Vakrain. Eleme Vakrain. Eleme Vakrain. Eleme Vakrain.
Jesus.
What?
Alright, can I heal? Rest up and save up. Let's see. Save. Let's go through here. Lots of potions, which is good. Who are you? Okay, you're on our side. Definitely take those. I don't know which way.
Yenpe
Whoa!
My.
Did he get frozen? I think they did like a whole person spell on him.
Take that! Take that! Time for a little take that!
Eleme Vakrain.
You will regret that.
Alright. Right. Next up, we've still got to make our way up and around. I don't. City Watch Cleric, run
Eleme
away!
Vakrain.
Oh no, I got groups. Oh no, I got groups from two sides. Oh, we're so fucked.
Well, well. Looks like we have some new targets.
Why aren't you casting, girl? Alright. Why isn't she casting? No. Sorcerer. Cast. She's like not casting. What the fuck is up with this?
Damn! My spell failed.
Could use a tank. That's it for me.
Or if I'm not mistaken. Alright, we're good. Now we can return to Moira. I've been hit with a spell of silence. Oh, I didn't catch that. Was I really under the silence spell? I didn't even see that. I didn't like pay attention to see if I'd been hit with silence. Yeah, it's completely independent and standalone from the first game, Ralph. Completely, like, it takes place in the same city, but not even remotely the same characters. The story, it's not a continuation of the story. It's just same place. You, my dear, need to run.
Well, well. Looks like we have some new targets.
And a little fire never hurt anybody.
What?
I can't believe these guys are still chasing me. Plus thing is we're getting tons of loot out of here. And like tons of XP. Alright, let's get out of here. Well, that would explain why I wasn't able to cast. I honestly didn't see it. exported properly. I'm just checking, make sure all my exports happened while we were going here. Looks like we're good. Sometimes Twitch gets a little cranky about exporting to YouTube and exports fail. It's been happening recently in the past couple of months. So, this is hilarious to me. I've got a guy on TikTok who is trying to argue that Star Trek Strange New Worlds is woke, and it's forcing political ideas down the viewers' throats. And I'm like, tell us you've never watched Star Trek without telling us you've never watched Star Trek. Because every single Star Trek since the very first Star Trek series has always had politics. It's talked about genocide, it's talked about racism, it's talked about homosexuality, transsexuality, it's talked about different types of racism and racist regimes. It has addressed across every single series, every single conceptual, political, and social discussion that could happen, it has addressed. Specifically in Star Trek Next Generation and Star Trek Deep Space Nine, they covered some extremely sensitive topics. And the idea that Strange New Worlds is woke because it has discussions about race, racism, and sexuality, and that it's woke, and I'm like,
Star Trek has never been about those things. Star Trek has always been about exploring space, and that's it. Space, the final frontier. I live in my mom's basement, and Star Trek has never been about any of those things. I don't believe it. It's not. No, that's not my Star Trek. Hashtag not my Star Trek.
get out of here. You've never really seen Star Trek. You've never watched Star Trek, if that's your take. Stranger Worlds is great. Yeah. I love all Star Trek. Discovery was awesome too. So is Lower Decks and all those other things. But it's also like the same person was trying to say that I just want an adaptation to be truthful to the material. And it's like, what material, man? Like, Star Trek has always pushed the boundaries of social and other discussions. Like, it's always been out there. And then the other one is someone says they want. So I made a video about the Dragonlance Chronicles and how I'd love a TV show, and they were like, I would only love. This is the funny thing. He says, I would only want a Dragonlance show if they could do it justice and do it in an authentic manner, just like the Peter Jackson films for Lord of the Rings. And I literally responded to that person. I was like, you do realize that the Peter Jackson films, as awesome as they were not authentic. Because he came back and he was like, it just needs to be true to the books. If it's not true to the books, there's no point in doing it. It needs to be like Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings films. I was like, oh, okay, tell us you've never actually watched Peter Jackson's films without ever watching Peter Jackson's films. Because Peter Jackson was not accurate to the Lord of the Rings books at all. At all. Not book accurate. Nor should it have been. Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings films are amazing, but they are not book accurate. Where is Glorfindel at the Ford of Anduin? Where is Glorfindel? Why is it Arwen? Like, what's up with the Faramir taking the ring back to Minas Tirith and not letting Frodo and Sam go free? Do not come at me with that bullshit that you want book accurate and then you quote Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings films as an example of book accurate adaptation, because oh my god, it is so not book accurate. Even though it is a brilliant, my favorite film series of all time, it is not book accurate. And I don't care. I don't want it to be book accurate. But these idiots who sit there and be like, I need my book, these TV shows need to be book accurate. Trust me, you don't want book accurate. You don't want book accurate. Because no one wants to sit and go through 3 seasons of Aragorn and Legolas and Gimli running and 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 running, and how many leagues they ran. Oh, and eating. Do you know how many times they focus on the food in Lord of the Rings? No one wants to see eating and eating and eating and eating and eating and more running. And guess what, guys? More running. Oh, look at that. They're doing more running. How many leagues did they travel today? What's the distance between here and here? Because that's what Tolkien did. Tolkien was a World War II veteran. Was it World War II? World War I? I always forget. One of the World Wars. I would have to go back and actually quote myself on that. Someone's going to rip me apart right now.
You're not actually a Tolkien. You don't actually know Tolkien if you don't know which war it was. I don't fucking remember.
But his whole point was he was writing it from the trenches, which had to have been World War I, right? And he was talking about the forced marches and distance. It was always about distance. And the grime and the grit of travel and the mosquitoes and the hunger and buckle your belt a little bit more. Yeah, World War I. Buckle your belt another notch, because you're not getting any food for another week. Like, that was Lord of the Rings. You cannot take that and put that into a film or a TV show. It won't work. And they're sitting over there in the corner. It has to be book accurate. Book accurate. No. No. Book accurate will never work. Yeah, book accurate would be a 10-year show. Correct. Sherrod says that guy never heard of the kiss between Nichols and Shatner, or the story of the two guys had faces that switched white to black faces as racism. Right. I feel like some of the people have just never watched Star Trek when they make comments like that, because you've clearly... Like... I remember in Deep Space Nine in particular, they had multiple episodes focused on racism and race riots, and I think they covered like the race riots of the 90s that were happening in California at the time. Do I have to go out through this whole way? Ralph says Frodo waited many years before he actually set out. Right, it was... I forget, it was 30-some years or something. I would have to go back and look at things. And also the whole, they waited for how many months in Rivendell before they set off. Like, it's just not... Anytime someone uses that whole book-accurate quote, I just am like, whatever. I'm literally no longer listening to you. You've lost the right for me to pay attention to anything you have to say, because you're over there like having an epileptic fit over book accuracy when you don't actually know what that means. Like, we talked about the stage production a couple months ago. We were like, if someone tried to do the Battle of the Pelennor Fields, right, on a stage production, you can't. You literally can't have that battle on stage because you're never going to get a bunch of horses into a theater. You're never going to be able to have thousands of orcs on stage. You're never going to be able to have thousands of horses riding across. So how are you going to adapt the Battle of Pelennor Fields and the charge of the men of Rohan? How are you going to adapt that for a theater performance? I'll wait. I'll wait. Please tell me how you're going to create a book-accurate version of that battle on a stage. I'll wait. I have nowhere to go. Like, you're not going to do it. What about the Ents? When the Ents charge out from Fanghorn and they run to Helm's Deep. How are you going to portray all the Ents devouring all of the orcs outside of Helm's Deep? How are you going to properly show the scale of an Ent when Theoden is sitting on his horse and marveling at the size of the trees and marveling at the legends come to life? How are you going to portray that on stage? You're not. Shut the fuck up with your book-accurate bullshit nonsense. You don't know what you're talking about. You literally don't.
But it needs to be book accurate. They shouldn't do the show unless they're gonna be book accurate. Just don't adapt the books if it's not gonna be book accurate.
No thanks. I want TV shows, and I think Brandon Sanderson said it best. We want our adaptations to be different. We want the TV show to be different than the movie, to be different than the comic book, to be different from the stage presentation, to be different from the books, to be different from the graphic novel, to be different from the radio drama. We want these things to be different because they give us different angles to look at, different lenses to view the original work through. And at the end of the day, everything leads back to the source material, and that's the most important thing. Bringing new fans into whatever the IP is. Thank you for attending my TED Talk. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Daily streams at 4:35 a.m. on YouTube and Twitch. Where you too can get your rant on or have your topic discussed if you want to be a crybaby bitch. I will happily tear you apart. Speaking of Sandman, the new episodes just dropped a couple nights ago. I think Chris and I do watch the rest of those because we watched the first 6. Reviews are up on YouTube, but I need to watch the new episodes. I think there was 5 new ones that dropped, and then there's one more at the end of the month. And I have a WhatsApp message. Hang on, I gotta pay attention to this. Let me go check this. This is hilarious. So my brother just sent me a message. So he, they've got a GoPro that they use to film all the ranch footage, and I do a lot of the video editing for them. And I was comments like he always forgets to plug the GoPro into the gimbal handle, and it'll just flop around. It's a little coil plug-in, and it'll flop, and it clanks against the casing, and the mic picks it up all the time, and I'm always reminding him, plug the fucking thing in, and he always forgets. So he literally just sent me a message. He's like, I know, don't don't yell at me. I forgot to do it the first half of this video, and then I remembered the last half of the video, and then I just finished recording, and I just put a rubber band around it so that I could stop forgetting. Oh, is Myra not here? I forget where we're supposed to meet Myra at. Quest journal. Fuck, where was she? Oh, I think it was the Merchant District. Because she was at Axel's estate, I think. Excuse me. Man, I might have to go make some more coffee, I think. That 3 a.m. wake up. Yeah, media literacy is important. I think just literacy in general is important. I just feel like, you know, there's too many people who are wandering around this world with low IQs. You know what it comes down to, and I think there have been quite a few comedians who have talked about this. We no longer have natural selection because we've put labels on everything, and so the ones who previously wouldn't have made it because they would have drank the thing they weren't supposed to drink, or touched the thing they weren't supposed to touch, or done the thing they weren't supposed to do. Those people are allowed to exist now because we've bypassed natural selection, and so now we have literally stupidity running amok. I've done some stupid stuff. I think we all have, but I think there's a difference between doing stupid stuff and being stupid. Like, I'll give you an example of me doing something really stupid, and it could have resulted in a much more harm than came to me. When we were in the city, when we were in Mexico City, this is a few years ago, the boiler, the water heater for the house that we were staying in, was really old, like a 30-year-old, 40-year-old boiler. So an old gas boiler, water heater. And the pilot light kept going out, and we had asked the landlady, she'd replaced it twice. It was the third time, and I was just like, I'm just going to go clean it myself because I don't want to wait. And so I went, turned the gas off, went in there with a toothbrush, scrubbed it all out, scrubbed everything, cleaned it all up. I know what to do. I've done that thing before. I grew up in construction. I know how to clean pilot lights. I know how to do all that stuff. I then took, and bear in mind, this is a water heater. If you've never dealt with an old gas water heater, at the bottom, there's a little hatch that opens up, and inside of that hatch is the pilot. And there's not really a lot of other ventilation other than that hatch that you open up. So I had opened the hatch, and I was in there, scrubbed it all out, everything else. Well, then I went and took a can of compressed air and went and sprayed it in there to, like, get all the dust particulate out of the area that I had just scrubbed, right? And then, wait for it, I gave it a couple of minutes thinking that that was enough time for that condensed air to evaporate. I should have given it way more than 2 minutes, because I went up in there, put my face up in the hatch, and took a match and took my right hand, and I had my face down in there, and I stuck my right hand in there to light the pilot, because my left hand was up here holding the pilot open, and it went boom, fireball to the face. And I had burn blisters across all 4 knuckles from this joint to this joint, right here, across all 4 knuckles. The worst were these 2, but I had, inch-long blisters on all 4 fingers. I lost what little eyebrows I have. I burned my mustache mostly off, and I'm balding anyway, but I lost, like, I burned like the front 2 inches of my hair. I literally took a fireball to the face. And thankfully, I managed to close my eyes, because that could have resulted in like eye damage and a whole bunch of other shit. And all it, I burned my hand because my hand was in there, and then I took a fireball to the face. Looked like I'd been sunburnt. Thankfully, I didn't get any burns on my face. But those are the things, like, we all do stupid things, right? That was a stupid thing to do. I knew better. I thought that 2 minutes was long enough. And that's like one of the things you should never do. Like, I don't know if you've ever used compressed air. Like, this shit is highly flammable. And you know what a lot of people will do is they'll take a laptop or a device that's on, and they'll take this and they'll spray it into the fan, or they'll spray this into their PlayStation, or they'll spray this into their Xbox, thinking that, oh well, it's on, the fan's moving, it'll help me get rid of all the dust. That is the stupidest thing you can do, because if that thing ever sparks, if there's ever a spark inside of your machine, inside of your device, while you're spraying that air in there, that's going to be a fireball to the face, and if you're very unlucky, it's going to blow that thing up in your hand too. And yet people don't pay attention to those types of things, and then you hear these horror stories of somebody. Here's another one. Our next door neighbor. Correct, Pedro. Gas boilers nowadays, that's different. So I'm talking this was a 40, it had to have been like a 40-year-old boiler. It was old. Like, it was a really old water heater, man. Like, I think the lady, because we were in her house, renting from her, not in her house, but it was her sister's apartment that we were renting, and her sister had died years ago, and like there was like the blender in that apartment, because it was a furnished apartment. It was definitely a blender from like the early 80s, and it was like we didn't use it, but it was still in there, and it was like, she had kept like all of her sister's stuff, and the water heater was definitely like 40 years old. It was very, very, very old. Because yeah, modern machines will have solutions to those things. So yeah, yes, it could have been a lot worse. But those are the things, like, everybody does stupid things, but there's a big difference between doing a stupid thing and learning from it, or just being stupid in general and never learning anything, or just never having everything. Natural selection is still in action. It's wiping out influencers nowadays. Well, I mean, there's let me take the selfie on the edge of this waterfall cliff with no railing behind me, and I'm like 2,000 feet up, and then I slip, and wow, like, there's definitely that kind of stuff happens, but What do you think happened? Someone is talking who shouldn't be. Still, if they were tipped off, surprised the watchers pulled up to attack the warehouse. When I ran out the trade, I see him hanging by his own entrails. At least the shipment's saved. When I was young, I dropped a spatula into a deep fat fryer, says James MC, and then put my hand in to grab it out. Ooh, man, oil burns are not, like, grease burns are nothing to. I'd say the most I've been burned multiple times, for for stupid things. Let's see. You know those mocha cappuccino machines, the mocha espresso machines? The Italians will use the stovetop ones. We were in an Airbnb, and we had a flight to catch, and we were literally on our way out the door, and I was doing a to-go cup of coffee, and when I picked up it was an Airbnb, and when I picked up like the handle on the back, and I picked it up, the handle was like loose, and I wasn't paying attention, and it sloshed backwards, and like right across my ring finger, I got scalding, boiling hot coffee that just, and I was like, it immediately went under the cold water, and it didn't matter. We were on a flight to Spain, so we were on like a 14-hour flight, and like 6 hours into the flight, this thing is like bubbling up on my finger. And I'm just like, I can't believe this happened. We're at the beginning of a 3-month trip, and I'm supposed to be out here doing photography and videography, and now my camera hand has this big fat fracking blister on it. I was so pissed. Yeah, water doesn't stop it. Yeah, it's no fun. Yep. And I don't know how many of you ever had like poison ivy or poison oak, but when you're a kid, unless someone has told you, like, that shit is an oil. And thankfully I've never I grew up around it, so I knew not to do this, but I've heard horror stories of people who didn't know about like the natural oil in like on the leaves and stuff, and they'll get it on themselves, and then they start to itch, and then they're like scratching, and then they go to touch their face or they scratch something, and then it's like it's everywhere, and it's like, no. The best thing is like dish soap, because dish soap has anti-grease properties. It's like, if you think you've gotten into some of that stuff, you need to get to like a dish soap dispenser immediately and take a shower with dish soap and just like get that shit off, because normal soap's not going to do anything, and you're just spreading the oil around. It's Can you imagine though, like before modern medicine, what people had to, I mean, that's natural selection right there. Like, you're living as cavemen in the woods and you're trying to survive. You don't know what plants do what. You don't know what's poisonous or not. You don't know what's safe to eat. You don't know what's safe to touch. Can you, like, that's the scary part about nature, is like, shit will kill you and the planet will eat you. Like, you are literally just worm food. Worm food, man. All right. Yeah, that happened to Chris in a bread oven, Mithril. She was on shift, and she was working as the cashier, and like the restaurant was short staffed, and it was like the place was it was like a wine store with an attached like snack tapas bar, and then they had a bread machine in the back, like a big bread oven, and like they were short staffed, and Chris got called away from the cashier she was like, they told her to, hey, go help the baker get bread out of the oven and get it ready because we're short staffed today. So she went out and was helping get bread out of the oven, and totally like pushed her arm up against this super hot heating element and got like 3 burn marks on her arm. And they were like, tough shit, we're short staffed, you gotta stay and work, wrap it up, shake it off. And so she had to sit there and work with these 3 blisters forming on her arm, and then came home, and poor girl. Yeah, that kind of shit should be outlawed for sure, Mithril. Like, if you have an accident at work, you should go home. But like, I can remember too, like when I was working with my uncle, this finger, you're not gonna be able to see it on screen, but my index finger has an indentation. You won't be able to see it, I don't think, on screen. You might be able to see it. I have an indentation right here on that finger. And the reason is because I had a hammer tacker. If you don't know what a hammer tacker is, it's like if you can imagine a staple gun to put, those U-shaped staples. So it's like a staple gun, but it looks like a hammer. So it's a hammer that dispenses staples, and you hit it, and when the hammerhead hits, it puts staples in. And I was holding my hand up, and I had my hand in the corner, and I was putting chicken wire up on a wall because we were going to do a mud float. Doesn't matter what that means. I was putting chicken wire on the studs of a house, and so I was hammer tacking my way up the stud, and I had my finger up at the corner to hold that piece of chicken wire up in there, and I missed the hammer, and I went fa-chunk, and I stapled my finger to the wall, and it sheared down to the bone, and I'm literally like up there on the wall like this, and I don't dare pull my hand away, because if I do, I'm going to pull that chunk of my finger off and leave it. So I'm hanging there from the wall, and I'm yelling for my uncle, who's, I was maybe 18, 19, something like that. He's in his 40s. So he comes in, gets a pair of pliers, pulls the staple out. I'm gushing everywhere. And he literally, I'm like, we need to go to the doctor. And he's like, you'll be fine here. And he just puts it back in there, and I'm howling. And then he literally takes my flannel jacket and like rips a chunk off, binds it up, wraps it with duct tape. And he's like, we got a job to finish. Let's go. Take a Tylenol. Shake it off. And I was like, so I have an indented finger from that. Those sort of people should not be allowed to have employees. Kitchens are hard work, yep. What's up, Bablonia? What's up, Deeks? What's up, Hector? Never win at nights.
So,
right.
Moya's little hound has returned, and with the blood on their hands to prove it. It looks like those weapons will be needed sooner than we thought. Perhaps after all this is over, I could give you a butcher shop all your own down on the docks. If there's anything left of the docks. In the meantime, take this and use it. We have a new matter outside the Neverwinter walls that requires your attention. With the recent difficulties with Luskin and the problems with trade along the high road, diplomatic relations with Waterdeep has become even more important. Should Luskin or other enemies of Neverwinter choose to act improperly, having a strong tie to Waterdeep can prevent troubles, hopefully before they occur.
What trade
This does not directly concern Waterdeep, but it is worth mentioning as it is causing problems throughout Neverwinter. Gold flows into Neverwinter from merchants. We aid those merchants, or hinder them. But of late, they have not reached the city gate, which means no gold and no traffic.
So what's happening to the merchants?
These merchants are going missing, and we do not know why. The high road has become a stranger to us, and it is devouring merchants one by one. We know little about why. Not even our smuggler contacts in the Mare have been of use in uncovering the reason. At least the ones who still live. As such, keeping a close tie to Waterdeep in the face of such adversity would be to the benefit of trade, and a benefit to us all.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
An emissary from Waterdeep has gone missing, and I suspect that someone has led them astray. The emissary was last reported seen in the vicinity of the Old Owl Well, a range of mountains infested with orc tribes that are always at each other's throats.
Maybe the emissary was killed by orcs.
The orcs of Old Owl Well are in the habit of ransoming captives, not slaughtering them. Yet no ransom has been forthcoming, and I wish to know why. Furthermore, forces from Neverwinter have been dispatched to the mountains. Normally, I would be skeptical of their ability to deal with the situation, but somehow, the Grey Cloaks managed to wrest control of Old Owl Well from the orcs in the region, and somehow, the emissary was misplaced.
Sounds like the situation is under control.
I want the emissary indebted to me, not Lord Nasher. Do not let the Grey Cloaks get their hands on the emissary first. I want him, and I want you to find him. Fortunately, I already have an agent within the Neverwinter soldiers, and she will be your contact. She goes by the name Karina. Seek her out, and she will tell you what to do. Now go. Travel to the Old Owl Well to meet with Karina. She will have more information for you.
Before we do any of that, I have a boatload of shit that I'm going to go sell to Deacon, because he has got a bunch of stuff I could buy.
Yes.
Yes.
And I
What's
need
going
gear.
on?
Yeah, I definitely need gear before we go any further. Deacon.
What?
What?
It's an awfully deep voice for a halfling.
Yes? What do you want?
What do I want? Big bootied bitches? I mean, if the dice will let me. I'm a simple halfling. Yeah, I'm gonna sell all these trap kits. I doubt I'm ever gonna need that again, so let's sell it. Can't drop those. Ooh, armor of loyalty. What is that? Oh wait, that's what I'm equipped. Ha ha ha! Not my brightest moment. I mean, I've got casters in my group now. I probably won't need any of that stuff. Now, sort inventory. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay. Probably the first thing
Perhaps so.
is to check for. I mean, cape, bracers, belt. Yeah, we definitely need to check for things like that. We have agility. Some striding, cloak of fortification. Hang on, I need to go see what that noise was. Alright. That was definitely... Chris was doing stuff that I wasn't aware of. And so she was moving stuff around in the living room. And I just got some espresso going, so I'll need to go check on that in a minute. Okay, Cloak of Fortification, that's AC bonus. Saving throw bonus. Protection is only AC bonus. What is this? Finely crafted hat? Oh, I want that. I want that. Must have it. $50,000 gold. Shadow Thief. How do I become a Shadow Thief? Only usable by Shadow Thief of Am. Alright, well, I spent some money. Let's also buy the Belt of Agility. And Boots of Reflexes for now. Let me start with that, because that was really, really expensive. Holy shit. Okay, resume game. Pause, go to my inventory, character. I want the hat, first and foremost, please. Look at that! That dashing young man. I'll take the belt, I'll take the boots. That hat is awesome. Do you see the stats on that bad boy? Finch's Fine Chapeau. Bluff +4, Diplomacy +4, Perform +2, Sleight of Hand +2. Perfect for a thief. Or bard. Oops. Get the budget. I should probably buy the cloak of... Let's look at this
Yes.
for her. She needs stuff. She needs goodies to help her survive. Yeah, let's buy the Cloak of Fortification. And now I'm broke. Look at my dapper young man.
Perhaps so.
Look at that, the hat and everything. Even has a feather in it. Alright, that is a main save moment. I don't know about this never win at nights, because I'm winning that hat. Alright, let me go check on the espresso really quick, because I don't know if Chris went out back or not. She might remember. She might not remember. I don't know. She's working. Alright, let me check this before we go. Alright, I'm gonna wait before we go any further just because I am gonna have to duck out again and grab my coffee. A dapper small man? Do I count as a man? I don't know if I count as a man. Let's see here. Agent of the Shadow Thieves make contact with the Old Owl Well, which assuming is outside of town. So let me go there, and then I need to go check on my espresso. Old Owl Well. I'm a half man.
Now this here is White Thistle. Can give you the runs, you know. And I made up a song for it, quite a catchy tune. White Thistle, all in a row. In Neverwinter woods, they all grow. Oh, well met. Sorry, didn't even see you standing there. Thought you might be a Wendersnaven at first, but I can see you. So, I guess that discounts that.
Alright, hang on. right, double espresso. Milk and sugar. Chris got 1 espresso. Rest is for me. And I got to use my new immersion blender thingy. Perfect. I might buy myself an espresso machine for Christmas. We'll see. Wonder what?
Wendersnaven. It doesn't roll off the tongue too easily, so don't worry. Don't say it too loudly if you're not sure, though. They may take offense.
And I thought Kelgar had problems.
What are you talking about? This gnome's mad, not me.
Wendersnaven? I don't think I've heard of a woodland animal by that name.
Thought I might camp out here a bit. Play a tune or 3, see if I could catch their attention. No luck, though. But luck's what you make it, so I've been working hard. Oh, but I haven't even introduced myself. I'm Grobdar Gnome Hands. Probably guessing where that last name comes from, don't you? Well, tends to confuse most people. Quite a collector and maker and teller of tales I am. All the gnome hands are, except the ones they hanged in Luskan. Working on quite a tale myself, you know, and the act of composing, it is a tale in itself.
The ones they hanged in Luskan. Foggy asks, as an old Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 player, is it easy to pick up this version? The feats, classes, grand feats seem a bit daunting from watching people roll new characters. Well, the best part is that if you do character creation, you have the option to, when you're going through and choosing the class, there is an option during character creation where you can let it choose for you and like assign all the feats and things in a collection of skills so that you don't have to do it, or you can go granular and make one from scratch. It's no different. It's just an updated version of the rule set from Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, which used what? 2nd edition 2.5? So it was 2nd edition AD&D rules, which was 2.5. So this is 3.5. So it's just the next, like, 1 edition further. This is the version that Pathfinder took and used to become Pathfinder. So it's no daunting than Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. If you're familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, it's just an evolution of the rule set. It's nothing tricky to it.
Oh, yes! You see, it all starts with the tune. Say about that bush, or that root, or that cloud, or that boot.
Is he gonna sing?
And then, after I had welded the spring-mounted mechanical shield on my codpiece, I fired it, only to be thrown back almost 30 yards right into a wall. Stung quite a bit, I'll say that much, but what I learned was...
We all fell asleep.
I say, all that discussion has really built up a hunger. Lost all track of time.
Huh? What happened?
Oh, you were listening so intently you closed your eyes and laid down for a bit. Made some funny laughing noises at the right times, too. Almost thought you were snoring. No trouble, don't blame you. I barely notice the world around me once I conjure up a story. So if closing your eyes helps you concentrate, by all means. I knew this mage once who...
Do you still have that spring-mounted shield?
Ah, now there's a tale. I was walking bow-legged for a week, and it just so happens that I fixed myself up with a bellows from a... But we can talk about it on the way.
On the way? Well, I could always use a pack mule.
You know, I was actually turned into one once. Strange story, but I eventually got back to normal.
Yeah, I don't want him in my party. Thank you very much. Nice to know you, Grobnar. Don't need you at the moment. We already have one annoying short person in the party. I don't need another. Come on now. Did I accidentally click? I may have accidentally clicked on like, go to this location, and I didn't mean to do that. Curse of a quirky old game. My milkshake brings all the gnomes to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. God damn it, stop doing the thing. Come on. All owl well. Nope, no cleric. I have a druid, a sorcerer, a rogue, and a fighter. And I'm doing just fine. Although it has had we've had a couple of encounters where I've had to get granular with the controls because the AI is really shitty. Like, no lie, the AI in Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 is way better than the AI here. There's Karina. Took you long enough. What, couldn't find the mountains? Taking care of my contact. So there is something between those ears. Good to know Axel sent someone who's not a complete fool this time. You'd have thought the last recruit they sent me was one of the Grey Cloaks. He actually thought he knew better than I did, so my daggers ended up between his shoulder blades. But you do know why you're here, right? Yeah, to escort the emissary. Good for you. And I'm here to help. Unfortunately, it's cold up here. The emissary didn't make it to Neverwinter. Thing is, even we don't know what happened to him. Fortunately, the council decided to send the Grey Cloaks to Old Elwell and gave me the perfect cover. What's going on here? Time to take the well back from the orcs. Lord Nasher sent Callum, one of the 9, to lead the attack. Callum is impressive. He's taken the well from the orcs, now we just have to hold it. Alright, how does this involve the emissary? It means you should be able to find the emissary and the Grey Cloaks even help you. So what do you need me to do? Take the missives. They say you're hearing the council's orders to find the emissary. Show these to Callum. Why haven't you done this? Fighting an army of orcs doesn't play to my strengths, is where you come in. Alright, what if he realizes they're fake? Then Axel will need to send another crew. So make sure it's convincing. That's why I abandoned my Druid playthrough paper, because I got 3 hours into the game and realized, oh shit, I don't like the micromanagement aspect on the controller. If I was playing on mouse and keyboard, I probably wouldn't mind it as much, but it's kind of clunky playing as caster on the controller, so I just ultimately was like, I'm just gonna roll a rogue, it's fine. It doesn't matter, it's not that big of a deal. Who are you? Oh yes, show me what you have, honey.
I want those walls up by evening. No excuses. The orcs aren't going to stop attacking just because we need to catch our breath.
But sir, the men are having a hard time finding the materials we need.
You're telling me they can't find any stones? We're in the middle of the blasted mountains. Unless you'd like to report to Nashir that we're overrun because we couldn't find rocks, I suggest you drive some sense into your men and get that wall built.
Yes, sir. I'll see to it, sir.
I tell you, I've lost years of my life trying to get this rabble fit for service. And who are you supposed to be? Reinforcements?
I'm looking for the one in charge here.
That would be me. Let me tell you, leading these farmers is a mixed blessing. They've got a ways to go. I'm Callum. Commander Callum to you. Lord Nash has sent me here to secure the old Owl Well. So what are you doing here?
I'm here to escort the Waterdeep emissary to Neverwinter.
Isani? He hasn't arrived yet. Should have been here a 10 days ago. I've sent a scout to look for him. Who are you anyhow? No one told me to expect more men. Not that I'd be complaining.
I'm here on the council's
Is
orders.
that so? And who gave you these orders?
I represent the council, don't answer.
You're in my camp, which places you under my authority. Go back and complain to the council if you like. If they sent you at all. I assume you've got proof that you are who you say you are.
Just here to help. Why are you giving me trouble?
Just seeing how far you'd go to stick with your story. The council rarely speaks with one voice. And when they do, it's usually after Lord Nash has cowed them with the threat of taxes. Still, as long as you're here to help, you won't hear me complaining. We need all the help we can get.
That's what your wife says. Oh! Alright. The emissary had no idea he'd be in a battlefield, did he?
This assault has been planned for months. We weren't able to warn Asani ahead of time, though. We weren't expecting to be needing a new emissary, to be honest. Still, at least we'll be here to offer more protection.
You know what? Speaking of turn-based, we still have not. So in March we got the announcement that Obsidian was working on a turn-based version of the first Pillars of Eternity game, and I've already done 3 playthroughs of that game. But I am depending on when it launches. If it does happen this year and it's like November, December, and I've got time, I am sorely tempted to do another playthrough of Pillars of Eternity. I just did one like 2 years ago on the Xbox. That playlist is actually here on the channel somewhere. Deadfire is even better, but at the same time, turn-based Pillars of Eternity, because it's always been real-time with pause. That's tempting.
We're still not sure ourselves, really. The information I have is vague, at best. This route makes the best sense, though. It's one of the few they haven't tried yet.
We just wait here until your scout.
Oh no. No waiting around for you. I'm counting on you to help with our defense against the orcs.
Alright, maybe it's better if I go search for the emissary now.
You may have to if my scout doesn't have any luck. Until then, though, you're staying here. I'll expect you to help out with the defense of this camp. You've already brought your own gear, so just find a spot to call home and stay alert.
Speaking of which... Alright, that espresso better kick in. There are orcs here.
The orcs are attacking!
Wouldn't you know it? Not a moment's rest.
Grey Cloaks to arms! For Neverwinter!
Level up!
All right, Grey Cloaks. Everyone back to your posts.
Did you see that? One fireball.
Another orc raiding party. We're lucky they haven't attacked in full force. Just wish I could make contact with whoever it is that's been distracting the orcs.
Alright, someone else is
Yes,
attacking the orcs?
someone's out there attacking orc patrols, and it's giving us a chance to build up our defenses. I've been at this long enough to know that you need to control a battlefield. And this new ally of ours is something I can't control.
So why don't you make contact?
He's not one for talking. Every time I send someone out to contact him, he and his men move their camp. The orcs have a name for him, Katalmak. They say he attacks without warning, and without regard for his enemies' numbers.
That's not a name orcs give lightly. It's a name they give to warriors who lose themselves in battle.
It is odd that even orc trackers couldn't find him. Or that he would risk stirring up so many tribes in this region.
Sounds like someone who wants to die to me. If we weren't here, it'd only be a matter of time before all the tribes in the well hunted down this Katalmak. And then his crusade would be over. Well, enough talk about him. I've got my hands full just keeping the men in fighting shape.
Commander! Scouts returning!
Let's hope he brings word on the emissary, eh?
Pathfinder Willem reporting, sir.
Willem, did you locate Emissary Asani?
No, sir. But I came across his escorts. Killed to the last man, but no sign of the emissary. Orcs, sir. They must have taken him.
Sounds like you've got a new assignment. Your job is to escort the emissary to safety. If he's in trouble, you've got to help him. I'd start looking at Yai-Sog Bone Gnash's lair, northeast of here.
Bone Gnashers? They're still around. They're hard to kill.
His tribe isn't the biggest, but he's older and more cunning than most. At the least, he may have an idea who attacked the emissary's guards.
Alright, so show me where the lair is.
I'll have Willem mark the Bone Gnasher lair on your map. You'd better act quickly. If the orcs have the emissary, whatever they have planned for him cannot be good. If you need anything, we've got Simi here in camp to help you. She normally trades in trinkets for the men. We'll hold down the fort. The more orcs we kill here, the fewer you'll run into out in the mountains. And if you run into that madman who's attacking the orcs out there, let him know I'd like to have a little chat with him.
Alright, well, we leveled up, which is the most important thing. Is there friendly fire? There can be friendly fire if you want there to be friendly fire. You can adjust that in the settings. No, the Deadfire port is fine. I played it on the Xbox, the most recent playthrough I did. I didn't finish the playthrough because I was in between other things, but it's just as good as the first port. It's fine. The tricky part with any... there's no difference between this port. This is the exact same thing. When you take a real-time with pause game that has a lot of tactical spell casting and stuff, and you port it to the controller, the one thing that is always going to be tricky is the level of micromanagement you're expected to do with casters. And so, from the perspective of playing a caster, I'm not a big fan of playing a caster on the controller. It doesn't mean the console port is bad. It just means that because of the complexities of playing casters in real time with pause games, I'll give you an example of what I mean. Like, I have to manually select whichever party member I'm going to use,
Yes.
right? Then I get over here and I have to bring up the hotbar, bring up the quick cast. Thankfully, I do have the setting toggled on that pauses the game as soon as I open up the quick cast. It just pauses the game. That way I don't have to manually pause it. Then I have to pick a spell, and let's say it's an AoE spell, right? There is no easy way, once I have this spell selected, I now have to move it around the battlefield. I need to make sure I've paused it though, because it unpauses once I come out of that menu. And then there's no easy way to target this, so I have to pause the game, and there's no toggling to go through to go to the next target. So I have to manually move this around. And sometimes the camera's a little wonky, sometimes the camera resets, and you have to pull the camera out again. These are the little things that make a port, when you're playing a spellcaster, it can be weird, it can be wonky. But if you're just playing a melee build like I'm doing, it's
Perhaps
a piece of cake,
so.
because it's literally just point and shoot. So other games like Rogue Trader, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, Baldur's Gate 3, those types, they're modern games. Same thing with the ports for Pillars of Eternity. Pillars of Eternity Deadfire, they're modern ports and modern games. So those games have, for an example, you can toggle and go target to target to target, because there's quick targeting. So you can either use the D-pad or the bumpers. You can quickly switch targets. So you can pause the game and then switch targets. Yeah, I think the only thing I didn't care about, excuse me, in Deadfire on the port was it was a little wonky to open up the map. So the first game, it was one click to open up the map, but in Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire, it's 2 clicks to open up the map. So they made it's a little trickier to get to the map. Other than that, it's the same exact control setup as the first game for Pillars of Eternity. Anyway, what I was getting at though is that any sort of console port that takes an old game that was originally designed for mouse and keyboard, point and click, there's always going to be some wonkiness with the controller, because they weren't designed from the ground up. Then you take a modern game like Baldur's Gate 3, it was designed from the ground up to be just as good with controller as it was for mouse and keyboard. So they have modern controls in there. And then Owlcat has always done a great job with their games, ensuring that it has controller support, even if it's on the PC. So all my Kingmaker, Wrath of the Righteous playthroughs, and my Rogue Trader playthroughs, even though they have been on the PC, I have played controller on those games for my first playthroughs. Now, my second playthrough of Rogue Trader, which I was kind of dinking around with earlier this month, was the Xbox version of the game. But it essentially is playing the exact same way, because I already played it on the controller the first time through. So Alright, see ya, Gamers New York. You probably already headed out before I had a chance to say adios, but chance. That was the way we came in. Alright. Down to 22 arrows. Okay, we are looking for what? I don't know. Old Owlwell, Bone Nasher Clan. There's Dwarven Scouts. That must be the... Let's go over there. That must be the guys who were attacking. Oh, I forgot I need to level up. Ooh, let's take another point in charisma.
Yes.
Everyone, follow me.
Yeah?
Nav says, grew up with this game and Oblivion around the same time as my dad. Happy that both games are getting mainstream attention 20 years later. Well, technically, Obsidian, or Oblivion got mainstream attention when it came out. This game did too at the time, but gaming was a lot more niche back then, so they're just getting more attention now because it's a wider audience than it used to be. You admire my middle-aged career path, changed to streaming full-time, don't know how you do it, it's a dream for me. It's mostly just,
Yes.
I'd already been doing it for many other companies before I did it for myself, and I was at the right place, right time. Just be like, I'm done with the rat race. Time to go do it for myself. Okay, manually choose spells. I don't ever trust the spells that they want me to have. Ooh, Ice Storm. Ice Storm, not you. Although, hang on a second. No, I definitely want Ice Storm. No other spells. I only get one. Okay. What's up was just...
Perhaps so.
You're a strange band to be wandering these mountains.
Kalmar? I could say the same. What are you doing here, far from Iron Fist lands?
Not as far as you'd think, Kelgar. Though I doubt we are here for the same reasons.
Look like you've seen a battle.
It's clan business, not for outsiders.
Ah, but Kalmar, these are friends. Whose blood is that on your armor? Orc?
We are scouting out the old Iron Fist clan hold in these mountains, seeing if it can be reopened or retaken. There are bugbears blocking the way, but they will not do so for long.
Bugbears? Then what are we waiting for? Let's bury them!
It's nothing we can't handle, Kelgar. No need to shed the blood of non-clan, and this is an Iron Fist matter.
Nonsense! These all are spoiling rough. What say you all? You all want to give the vultures some bugbear corpses to feast on?
Damn
We're
straight.
already risking our lives out here. Going underground is a few leagues short of smart.
It's free
and in
XP,
case
bitch.
anyone else here fell asleep in cultural studies, we all know what exploring dwarven holds digs up. Traps, monsters best left undisturbed, and lots of explorers' bodies. Let's not add to the mystery.
The less time we spend in these mountains, the better. I don't welcome the thought of going deeper inside them, but if we must...
So, what say you?
We'll help you out.
We are grateful for the gesture, but such false courtesies are wasted on us. Kelgar, stay with your new band. Neither asked for your help nor require it. This is Iron Fist clan business.
Huh? I'm Iron Fist clan. Your fight is my fight.
Those were not the words you used when you left so long ago to pursue the mad idea of yours. You seek to learn how to fight, but you have cast aside the why of it. Clan honor, duty, these are things you have forgotten the value of. If you wish to help, then know that the door is sealed to the clan hold, and if you can recount the legend of King Lodrum, then you will know how to open it. I think that part of our history is fresh enough in your mind. Whether you return or not, it does not matter to me, and it does not matter to the clan.
Grumpy, man.
All right, then. Let's get to the clan hold door. Hopefully there's something beyond it that needs to be taught a lesson in battle.
If you truly want to help us, then come back to us when you have done something of note. Not words, Kelgar. Until then, we have little more to say.
I'm only 27. Can I get into this game even though it's dated? I mean, yeah. I mean, as long as you can deal with the fact that it lacks quality of life features and the graphics are old. It's a great game. It's got plenty of voiceovers. The graphics look like shit, but it's 20 years old. You know, the music's great. The gameplay suffers a lot. Like, the AI is really fucking stupid. It doesn't work worth a shit. Like, it's really bad. Like, the AI is really bad. Like, they hardly ever heal like they're supposed to. They overcast and pull aggro, and you know, it's, you know. But if you can get past all that quirkiness, you know, it was a great game when it came out. It still could provide someone with, you know, 60 to 100 hours of entertainment if they play everything. So, I mean, I think if you've got nothing else but time on your hands and you're looking for something to do, you know, it's a relatively inexpensive game to pick up. But it's not groundbreaking. It's not going to be as good as Baldur's Gate 3, or it's not going to be good as, like, Pathfinder, Kingmaker, Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, you know, Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2. There are other games that are much more modern that could give you the CRPG look and feel without playing a 20-year-old game. So I'm gonna pause for a second here. So if you guys paid attention this morning, I published a YouTube video talking about people who complain about me playing lots of different games. They want me to only play one game. And this one guy just complained, said, "You post too much content. There are days when there are more videos posted from you in my subscribed video list than all of the other streamers that I follow, and I follow a lot of streamers. So it's kind of annoying to see something I can't control, like watching your longer playthroughs and your other videos, but then there's these shorter 30-minute videos which I'm ignoring." So here's the thing. If I'm doing my job correctly, that's a good thing. it's a good thing that I'm smothering your feed in my content, and that I have more content than all the other streamers that you watch combined. That means I'm doing my job. I want to be there every single hour of every single day with dozens of videos, so that I'm always at the top of your feed. That means I'm doing my job. I want to be there on everybody's feed, on every social media platform, across all of the networks, on YouTube, on Twitch, Twitter, X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, etc. I want to be at the top. I don't want to be buried underneath where no one ever sees. I want to be there at the top. The fact that I am there showing up with more content than all of the other streamers. The person is SlackerDude74, and I'm paraphrasing his comment here on, because he has a very long comment, but the part of it that I thought was unique was, and then he proceeds to tell me that what you really ought to do is make a different channel to post your playthroughs, your 30-minute episode playthroughs, and another channel for your short videos, and then people can subscribe to what they want to, rather than have a whole bunch of playlists or a whole bunch of notifications from you. And I was like, this is where I have to clap back and say, are you going to donate your time to be my video editor and edit my things into all of the different things that should be published into all of the other channels? Why would I do that? Why would I split myself up into a bunch of different channels? It's one channel for all things Renfail. That's it. You got all of me in one place. There's no reason for me to split myself up into all of these different users. And I see, some content creators do it that way, but those content creators have teams of people who come and do all of that stuff for them. So they have a team of video editors who cut all their content. They have a team of video editors who do all their YouTube shorts. They have a team of moderators. I'm not Co-Carnage. I'm not Dr. Disrespect. I'm not Ninja, Shroud, all these guys who make $50,000 a month of revenue and have teams of video editors. I'm one dude. And I work my ass off. The fact that I put out more content in one day than all of the other streamers that you follow combined is a good thing, because that means I'm busting my ass to do the thing that I set out to do in the first place, which is make sure that I am everywhere, all the time, all at once. But no, I won't be creating a separate channel for all of my shit. That would be a complete waste of my time. Complete waste of my time. But I'm glad to know that the algorithm is doing its job and making sure that you are smothered with all things Renfail. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss an update, everybody. Daily streams at 4:35 a.m. on YouTube and Twitch. And yes, you'll get a lot of me because I publish 15 to 20 videos a day.
But I don't want you to publish more than one video a day, Renfail.
People who only publish one video a day don't get anywhere in life. That whole I'm only going to work 9 to 5, now that shit's for the birds, man. You want to get anywhere with, get anywhere in life, you hustle. I think, what is it? The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? I'm the hardest worker in the room. That's me. Hardest worker in the room. I don't have a team, and I'm still putting out 15 to 20 videos a day. So yeah, I'm tooting my own horn a little bit here. But that also means that the algorithm is doing its job, because it's giving you all of my content. Smothering you in content. That's what we're going to call that clip.
Why can't you be like all the other guys who only publish one video a day and don't get anywhere with their channels?
No. Do you know how many videos Co-Carnage has published? Like, my 15 to 20 videos a day, man, he puts out way more than I do. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull up Co-Carnage's channel really quick and point this out. These guys are on auto. Hang on, while they're fighting. YouTube.com Co-Carnage. And bear in mind, Code Carnage has a team of video editors. So hang on. Oh, hang on, the resolution is messed up because I've got this new monitor. Fit screen. There we go. Code Carnage has 45,000 videos on his channel. I only have 8,800. I have a long way to go to catch up with Code Carnage. Here's his most recent list. This is from yesterday, so within the last 24 hours. We'll start here. These may have been from yesterday. I actually don't know. That was July 25th, so that was yesterday. So all of these were published yesterday as well. So hang on a second. This is 1 day ago, 1 day ago, 1 day. Okay, here we go. We're going to start with the 1 day ago because this was yesterday. So in 24 hours, this is how many videos Code Carnage published. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 videos. Code Carnage published 24 videos in the last 24 hours, not including live streams. These are the videos that were uploaded. And then he was live on 2 days. He was live multiple times. So he went live 4 times in those 2 days for a total of 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 hours. So those 14 hours of content got cut down into multiple 30-minute episodes that got uploaded. And he has a team of people doing that. I don't have a team. I do all that by myself. He put out double the amount of content. You know, because what did I do yesterday? He did 24 videos in 24 hours. I did... Hang on. How many did I do yesterday? Well, I have to go 1 day ago. I have to go to the last day. Here we go. We start here. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I did 23 videos. And I'm a one-man fucking show, motherfuckers. Ba-bam! Like, I'm keeping up with Code Carnage. And I don't have a team of editors. I do it all myself. So he did 24 videos in 24 hours. I did 23 videos. And I was live. He was live for 15 hours. I was live for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and a half. And we're currently been live 10 and a half, 11 and a half. He was live more than I've been live. He's got me on the live hours by about 4 hours. So he's been live about 4 hours more than I have been over the last 24 hours. But I have published almost the same amount of content as Code Carnage has published, with a team of editors cutting their shit together. So I don't want to hear it that I'm publishing too much. Because guess what? If I don't do it, if I'm not publishing my content that frequently, I'm getting buried underneath Code Carnage. I ain't going to let him win. I love Code Carnage to death. But that is my competition. And if he's publishing 24 videos a day, I need to be publishing 26 videos a day. If he's publishing 30 videos a day, I need to be doing 40 a day. You know what I mean? Like, that's the mindset you have to have. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in your mom's basement forever. Get the shit out of here, the whole...
You're publishing too many videos, Renfail. Meh. Meh.
It is a lot of work, James DJMC. The 0.5 deeks, right? I want exactly 27.5 videos a day, please. I would honestly do more if I could, but I'm only a one-man show, and I still have, I have issues sometimes with my eye eyes getting tired, and my leg still
One
has
of my
issues from
brothers
physical therapy. And
struck down by bugbears. If Kulmar is right, we Iron Fists can't afford to lose any more of our clan. If I had been leading this expedition, we wouldn't have been caught by surprise by the bugbears. I can promise you that.
by the way, I did not count how many shorts he's producing, which I don't know how many shorts he's producing. I produce 1 or 2 shorts per day. I've been trying to do 2 a day, but it doesn't always work out sometimes.
There is that. I'll not let my people down. Ha! He died in battle. I dishonor his memory with all this hand-wringing.
This music is a little loud, by the way. I need to turn it down. I don't know why the music got really loud all of a sudden. I have, Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2 I played after Baldur's Gate 3 was announced, because I had never played a Larian Studios game before.
More, as we hoped. You'll all
several
pay
years
for
ago.
his death, for Iron Fist!
Imitation. Creo una víctima. Io no.
Take that!
Dude, Kelgar, what the fuck, man?
Time for a... Take that!
That's what I mean by the AI being super stupid in this game. Like, he's like breaking targets and running off somewhere else. He's gonna do it again, you idiot.
You will.
Oh, I'm dead.
All right, I can do that.
Oh, they're all coming for me now. Jesus, that's a lot of bugbears. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reload. That's... No. Load game. No, load the quick save. That got a little overwhelming. I don't know where those guys all came from. And I wasn't rested, so... Let me turn down the music a little bit. I could have sworn I had it turned down, and then it feels like the music... It just feels like the music is really loud. Yeah.
One of my... If I had been leading this, there is... Ha! Look, you're all...
Okay, this is a little bit ridiculous. I need to switch to my... legs. Sneak attack. One off the maid. I say that was the trick, was that we were on cooldown.
The land is against you.
For all the spells. And so we got our butts kicked there. But that time around it was a little bit better because our spells were... Take that! Switch back to my bow. Okay. That's a lot. Let's fall back. Oh, Ice Storm for the win. I freaking love
Bonaparte.
Is she gonna heal me? See what I mean? Like that's the first time she's healed me in like 20 hours of gameplay. Like.
Let's see what they're made of.
Yeah, Celasta 2 is gonna be awesome when it comes out. Demo was a lot of fun, but that was just like their prototype or concept. So they've got a long ways to go until the game is ready. All right. I am getting to the point that where I may end up turning this down to story mode because I'm getting a little tired of the UI of the AI being so ridiculous and stupid, and I'm dying frequently to like the AI not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Like that time, the AI is doing a great job. Fireballs and ice storms for the win. All right. Oh, this is going to be a conversation. Oh, so they got a dwarf.
Take that! Take that!
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh. Crash. First crash. Crash, glorious crash. Continue. I think I had a save from right before that. Now that I've gotten back in the habit of saving the game.
You will regret that.
Go do your thing, Mr. Dwarf.
Rio Avongo. Creonavitus.
Nice work. Wish I'd been able to get out of this cage before you killed them. Alright. You alright? Alright, we left your buddies down the canyon. Can you make it out here on your own? Let me open the lock. You're free to go. Thank you very much. Alright, that is a quick savable moment. It's funny to me, if I remember correctly, like, bugbears were only a thing in like the early games, because bugbears, there was like no bugbears in Baldur's Gate 3 that I can remember. It was gnolls. I can't remember if there was any bugbears.
See what they're made of! Take that! Take that!
My steel will strike
See
true.
what they're made of! Time for a little one!
Here comes another wave. Do we have something up the mountain?
See what they're made of!
And all within it. Eleme Vakrani. Senavok. Eleme Vakrani.
I'm no archer, that's for sure.
Renfail. Senavok.
Thanks for the ice storm for the one mob. No. I may have to tell him to get his butt back here.
Stay close and step where I step.
Alright, Mr. Dwarf. Come back. Where'd you go? Oh, he disappeared somewhere. Where did our friendly dwarf go? Yeah, get your butt over here, buddy.
Now! Strike swiftly! I have to lighten this load.
Probably because of that halberd. Yeah. Man, it smells like Chris is cooking something out on the grill, and I thought she said we weren't cooking today. I'm gonna have to go see what's up. She made a big old pot of pollo pipián yesterday. Here, boys. Run away.
Take that!
Damn! My spell failed.
Take that! Take that!
Damn! My spell failed.
Why is your spell failing? What is hitting it? Oh, there's archers.
Take that!
Damn! My spell failed.
Take that!
You will regret that.
She was getting plucked away. There is something still around the corner? Are we good? And there's still a cave, man. What is pollo pipián? Wow, let me see if I can find a recipe online. No, don't think that's... Well, this is a version of it. Here, I'm going to put this in chat. This is not Christina's recipe, but this is a version of it. Essentially, it's a... if you've ever had mole, it's like a mole recipe, but it's with like roasted sunflowers, roasted sesame seeds, you know, the green chilies and things, a bunch of spices. I'm blanking. Oh, and then Chris takes like saltine crackers, and adds it to the mix to like give it some consistency and make it a little bit creamy, and give it like a you know, some people put flour when they make a cream, like a cream base. Yeah, it's a lot of nuts, and then you blend it all up and it creates this delicious salsa sauce that she then cooks the chicken in, and it's delicious. It's essentially like mole, but it's pipián is what they call it. Pipián verde. Anyway, she made a big part of that yesterday. Leave the orcs be. Let them and the humans kill each other. Go find the sneaking dwarves. Destroy the intruders, then find the rest.
Damn! My spell failed!
Yeah, like some people put corn flour in things. She uses like the ground up saltine crackers as like a base. Alright, how big are these caves? Yeah, these caves are pretty big, and I should just probably, because we're 3 hours in, so I need to call it here. And I don't know how big the caves are, but it looks like we have quite a bit ahead of us still left to explore in these caves, because we got a lot of doors to go through and other things. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. I may do another stream this afternoon. It kind of depends on what Chris wants to do today. But I know we need to go have lunch together, and then we may watch some, because we have more episodes of Sandman to go through, so I'll probably end up doing that today. If I'm not back later on this afternoon, I will be back tomorrow morning, same time, same place, doing the same thing. We'll be doing Destiny 2 tomorrow and Neverwinter 2. These are the two games I'm playing. We'll do Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday we will be starting Grounded 2 and Tales of the Shire. So stay tuned for that. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, everything in between the streams happens over on YouTube. There were some great conversations this morning. They're going to get cut out and published on YouTube once I go away from here. And of course, all the other things that I cut out. And just like we did 20 plus videos yesterday, we're going to do another 20 plus videos today. So get following along. Don't forget all the socials so you can get all your short content in there as well. And I'll catch everybody next time. Have a great weekend.